What? Can I zoom out? Can't zoom out. Well, that sucks. Where's the camera? This thing. Oh, the camera's over there. Hey everybody, it's Peter. I'm now eligible to use YouTube Live on my mobile device because I'm over 10,000 views. Woohoo! Just a quick update. I am running late on Orville because I had to go to bed early. I mentioned that. It'll be posted later. I went to an early Remembrance Day. In the States they call it Veterans Day, but up here in I guess England it's Remembrance Day, which is normally November the 11th. But because we have a special one that's done indoors in Markham for the veterans, and the mayor and all the gang show up, so I guess they don't want to work on a Saturday, so they did it today on Friday. So I went for that. This is my 4th time going. This is the 23rd annual Veterans Day thingy. Not Veterans Day, Remembrance Day. God, too bad I can't edit this. And trying to figure out where I think the camera's over here. Anyway, so I went to that. That was kind of cool. They did it a little differently again. They do the same kind of thing. They bring out what we call a color party, where they bring out the flags. The wreath this year was actually put out earlier. The mayor and some of the people that were presenting actually marched on a little bit sooner. The council members took their own seats on the stage. It was different too. We did have a designated spot for veterans, but it wasn't organized as well as last year. Like last year, I came in just like, oh, you're a veteran. You can sit over here. And they did have it like little seats signs on the seats and whatever, but they had, for some reason, had the school kids that were presenting later up in the first 3 rows. And I thought, I should put the veterans up front so they can see what's going on. There's also a men's choir, not a church choir, but they're called the Suburbanites, and they're a bunch of like been around like forever and a day. Probably some of them were World War II vets or older. Some of them are just from that time period, and they sing a variety of songs, old school songs, like from way back when, beyond my time. And they're there to sing Old Canada kind of thing. I was thinking about filming the proceedings, but part of me is just like, I'm sitting here and I didn't want to be a bit of a dick standing there like filming things. So I figured, I just sit through the ceremony. I did take a couple of pictures I may post later or add to this thing. So yeah, so that was my afternoon. That was kind of cool. Met an old Cold War vet. He was a pilot of sorts. I'm not sure what kind of planes he flew, but he did about almost 40 years of service. Got a row of medals. I've got my little medal here, the Special Service Medal, which can be for either Inuit Rangers, if you do a NATO posting for more than 18 months, which I did 5 years in Germany. There's also one if you're up in CFB Alert, up in the frozen north. You can get it for so many months there too. There's also one for a Pakistan mission, and I forget what the other one is. And if you have any, you get extra. I had the NATO bar, but if you have other ones too, you can add and say, oh yeah, I was there, and if it's documented and can be proven, they can add that to as well too, and they'll just stagger the bars appropriately. Actually, I got mine after the fact when I was out because the medal wasn't around yet. But if you do have your records and you can say, oh, I was in this regiment from here to here, they can check their records and say, oh yeah, sure you were, and just mail me the medal. I actually had to go to a local older gentleman to get what's called the miniature. The miniature you usually wear if you're going black tie or evening wear. You can wear the miniatures, which are just these itty-bitty small ones. So I got one of those. So it was kind of a neat thing. And I got to meet another guy who was in ex-Armor Corps, what we call Black Hatters, because we wore black berets. He's now in a World War I reenactment group about the we used to call the machine gun regiments before. There were tank regiments. These guys just ran around these little vehicles and they had like literally just a machine gun. That's all they had. Tanks weren't quite invented yet. So he's doing that, and I got to meet him. Got his business card. Maybe we'll hook up and do some stuff, and go from there. So overall, it was a pretty good go. I did go over to Milestones for lunch. I had a bit of a lunch here, but I thought, give myself a bit of a treat for going out today. Bloody cold out. It's minus whatever. We got our first snowfall. I posted on Instagram. I'll maybe attach this to this as well. So I just wanted to try out this feature actually. So now I can actually at any time, just instead of having to be in the computer and webcam it, I can do it from my mobile device as well. This is my S4 Galaxy. Samsung still works really good. And just trying out the features out, and if I don't crash for a nap because I had to be up at 9 this morning to get ready for that. I'm still running on night owl hours. I will be editing my Orville review and some comments there too, and a bit of a mini rant about a joke I played on some of the disco fanboys about Seth MacFarlane and Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane, I mentioned in the other video, but I mentioned again here too. He's coming up, guy who invented Spawn. He actually has his own comic book line and toy company, and he does things like action figures from different things. He does have like a Next Generation Picard and a Captain Kirk from the TOS, and he has posable action figures, and I think he also does props too. Well, he's under contract to do, I'm assuming, action figures for Discovery, and he's going to make a Type 2 prop phaser as well. Don't know when this is coming out. It's, you know, down the road. But if you go to StarTrek.com, you'll see there's an article there too, and I posted on my Facebook page, and I just said, hey, Seth is in the toy business, and everybody's like, that's Todd McFarlane. And I had almost every comment I had to go back with, yeah, I know, and some other guy called me out and said I was a troll because I was inciting a riot of some sort, and I said to him, one, I'm not a troll. He said, oh, you were a bully. He says, dude, I got picked on in school. I got picked on until actually my first year in the Army, because we had a bit of a bully in our regiment as well too, some guy from the coast. He was a big tough guy. He got nicer after he got married, but I never liked the guy after that. And he always seemed to zero in on me. After I went to Germany though, people left me alone. I was cool. I was the big guy. I was the cool one, you know, so I finally fit in after years and years of not fitting in. And so I gave that guy a piece of my mind, but some other guy said too, yeah, that's not a very funny joke. Well, 60 people thought it was funny, either ha-ha'd, hearted, or, you know, gave it a thumbs up. So, you know, like everything, some people might think something's funny. I might not think it's funny. That's what makes the universe go around, right? Anyway, enough for trying out this feature. I got to get changed, get a little more comfy, and start editing my Orville, and see you in the next one. Where's the off button? Oh, there it is. Finish. Yes, I want to stop streaming.